Today is June 26th, Monday. Tomorrow is the 27th, which is the beginning of the 10th day of the 4th month. High watch time from tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday the 28th, and then Thursday the 29th. The earthquake alerts for the next few days, starting tomorrow to Saturday the 1st, are at the highest point in Japan, San Francisco Bay Area, the whole California, West Coast, and also Alaska. And then let's see. So right now, today the sun exiting Orion constellation and entering into Canis Major, which is the dog star. And let's see. So the sun will be aligned with Sirius on the 2nd, July 2nd, only one day from the morning. So it's coincide with the full moon in the Golden Gate, which is the area of Scorpius, Sagittarius, and Ophiuchus. Let's see. So it is also coincide with IPECO 2 when the Antichrist on a boat in front of a illumination. It looks like at first I thought it was the sun, but now it could be the moon, because the position of that in the skies is at the same at the full moon on the 2nd, into the 3rd, which is at the space between Scorpius, Ophiuchus, and Sagittarius. So now, since the dog star is very significant, it also represents, I guess, how do you describe it? Not exactly Satan, but it's like their nation. What I'm saying is like Sirius. Sirius. At first, it was described as a binary star, but actually it's a triple star system, which is Sirius A, B, and C. So I've talked about Sirius before, I think like at least 3 years ago or more. So the main, how do you say it? They are originally from Sirius. So it could mean that July 2nd Sirius falls down to the earth. who knows, right? Because a lot of movies in the past, is the old movies, they always talked about Sirius the star falls from the sky, and I think liberal is what it is, like Sirius, and falls from the sky, following all the stars. Anyway, so this is kind of blurry, this kind of this side of the information, because they never really give out too much of the information, except you are in their clubs, one of their clubs. Anyway, but the whole story, or like the whole plan, including the backup plans, only the top level people will know. So I would say, like, let's say the 13 families, and nobody else. The head of the 13 families. So if you heard people say, so and so ex-presidents, or the presidents of the United States or UK. Of course, UK is king and queens, and other countries, they don't know they are part of the game. They participate their parts, right? They know so much that they don't know the whole picture, because they are one of the players in the chess game. So only the top level, the head of the top levels, they know, which is the 13 families, because they are directly from the fallen angels, descended from the fallen angels. The first first of the family trees. So the others, they know as much as they have to, not necessarily exceed their position authorities to know more than that. And also, the major characters, they are copied, they are cloned of the important leaders in the past, the ancient leaders. So it's not a surprise that, let's say Putin, he looks like Julius Caesar, and then that OB guy looks like, I don't know, Art something, I don't remember how he pronounced the name, one of the pharaohs, and and so forth, because they all are clones of the ancient characters, their ancient ancestors. So it's not news. It's not a surprise, And and one more thing is the Satan seat is in the Berlin Museum, but remember that they built every single structure, no matter it's a temple, it's a sacrifice altar or whatever. They pick the place according to the what's that called? The the measurement of the magnetic field, electromagnetic field. So the frequency and the position of the ley lines, right? So even though it's okay, so the altar is in Berlin right now, it's not exactly same power as when it was in the original location, which is in Turkey. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, the ley lines, the degree of the location, the angle, like pointing, I don't know, southward, northward, or whatever. At the same time, the electromagnetic field, all in the calculations. So I don't think it's as prominent as when it was in Turkey, because the altar actually is the extension of the temple of what's Isis. Is it Isis or so it's the extension. Yes, it's the altar, is the Satan's seat, but like you need to remember, it's linked to the temple, and at the same time, the should be at that ley lines, cross points or whatever. So that is that. So right now we are on the verge of the trigger event and everything collapse. Hopefully this is finally is the time. A lot of people have found many like signs that is pointing to now, and also conflict by fire. Eric, the past 2 days he put out messages regarding this is the last few days. So if it's not, so when he put out that last 3 days is the end of, it was the past weekend, which is like tomorrow or Wednesday is the deadline, the end. And then he say, or last few weeks, but like let's say last few days first, three days first. We focus on this week. Then if not, we keep on moving forward. So this is the last week of June. At the same time, starting tomorrow to the 29th, the Economic Forum, they picked these 3 days. How important is it? This next few days, 3 days. You can tell. So let's stay vigilant.